Yo, guess who's back again? It's the AK Update, our weekly series coming to you every week without fail, keeping it consistent. Coming back with some interesting topics, some hot takes, some things we watch week to week, and today we have another special one. Hope you enjoy.
Yo, guys, welcome back to another edition of the AK Update, episode 71. And before we go on, as always, we're on social media, we're on X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube's, interact with us to you guys. But as always, I have the man there with me. Talk to them, please.
How's it going? Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you had a good week. The weather hasn't been too bad. Starting to get cold, but we have to make do with it. Hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Yep, we're back for another week. So hope you guys enjoy listening to this one. And yeah, let's go.
Yes, sir. Let's go straight into it. Let's go into the news. And I see someone has a very interesting one. Rochelle, speak to us.
Yeah, man. I thought it was only right to drop this subject matter, see what everybody thought. It's a news piece, obviously, but it's also a topic of conversation. But Bronny James, LeBron James Jr., made his Laker debut with the King himself. And there was a lot of, obviously, big special moment, first ever in the NBA era ever, a father and son playing together, which is historical. A bit of nepotism is the conversation, and I wanted to know what you guys think. Do you feel like everything that it is historically is diluted just because we know that he had an advantageous position to get into that position?
I mean, it's a great moment. No one take that away from Bronny and LeBron. But yeah, I think I don't mind personally, but I think just to discuss about the nepotism a little bit brings it a bit down because that's the focus. Not even like the crazy stat that LeBron's actually able to play with his kid, bro. He was bringing him to the court when he was a baby, and he's playing with him. It's wild. I think the discussion is valid. You can only say it's not valid. It's just that you can see a lot of people going to be extra hard. The LeBron hate is coming out a little bit, but some is like, I feel like there's, he might not be quite ready for the NBA. But who am I to speak, bro? I'm not an athlete like that. But that's what I feel anyway.
Maybe you have an eye for talent. You never know. What about you, Dan? I know you watch the NBA as well. What do you think about this historic moment? And do you think it was like kind of overshadowed?
Overshadowed by
just the fact that it's his son, and maybe people just don't believe he has the required talent level to be deserving of this position.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think for LeBron and then Bronny or LeBron James Jr., I think it's a good moment. Just because the fact that he's been able to get this far, to be selected in the draft, even though he was like basically like one of the last people to be picked, but he was picked regardless. And also, I respect him for going into the draft in the first place, because a lot of people would have probably been telling him he's not really ready for the league based on how he was performing in college. And I know he didn't have the best of stats, but I think it's a nice moment. I just hope that he's able to. I know he's not going to be as great as LeBron, but I just hope he's going to be a serviceable NBA player. He finds what he's good at and he learns to like really focus in on that so he can actually have a career, because now he's in it. It would be a shame if like 2 years later he's not able to get a contract because his dad's retired. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I hope he's successful in it. That's his thing.
Do you mind think that if any other kind of NBA player was like picked 55, 55th, you think they'll get this kind of press?
Definitely not.
attention.
Historically, we know that's definitely not the case. Because anything beyond, like, even first-round picks, later first-round picks, don't really get public scrutiny or even looked at. Yeah, it's like usually
55th pick.
Legit 55th pick is that's crazy. Like nobody ever. Do you know what's funny? It's like because I'm happy for him, Bronny, and I'm not as offended as how people have been online. I don't know why you're so offended by this situation. Obviously, like there's people have certain advantages and they're using it to their advantage and getting certain people in position when they can and stuff like that. But overall, the most hilarious thing is that I know more about him than I know about like the first pick. I don't know who the first pick was of the draft. Don't know who that guy is. Like, but also that could be good. Pardon?
It depends how he rolls with it in there, because I know for a fact most people don't know the last 5 55th picks of the NBA season. So it's just settled down a little bit. We know he's not as good as the first 10 picks, but we were watching for his development and stuff like that. That's how you're talking about Bryce already, and he's never been here because you just think Bryce is going to be better. Oh, a chance, bro. Let Brandy actually play.
It's true.
A good thing, and let him like that, and we can actually judge. So I got judging before it even happens. We're using the nepotism as an excuse. But at the same time, it is nepotism. Is what it is.
Yeah, man, that's it for me though, news-wise.
I wanted to just say something news quickly. So Hiro Mashima was at the New York Comic Con event. What?
I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Well, I thought it was a really nice thing that he said. So basically, a fan asked him like, what did he base if he based Fairy Tail on some of like his like own personal experiences, and he said that he was lonely and he didn't have any friends, and that's like that was like the space he was in when he was creating Fairy Tail, and I thought that was
sweet,
quite.
Man.
It kind of changed my opinion. Not even changed, but like I feel like it makes a lot of things in the series make a lot more sense with when that's the motivation behind it, and I feel like it works even better now because like it's all about friendship and bonds, and you know I feel like he channeled his like, even though he might not have been a good space, he channeled it well and was able to produce a good series. So yeah, that was just it.
Thank you.
That's interesting.
A reasonable person, because
that's so interesting.
I've seen a little bit of hate online. A little bit. It's like, oh,
what were people saying?
I'm making fun of him.
Oh, they were hating.
That's crazy.
Some people were hating. I was like, so I found out about it. I found out about it. It was like in the Comic Con. So I could say, oh, there's no way he wrote because of that. That's so crazy. Like, it's like, this is such a sweet, vulnerable moment he's showing, and you man are making a mock out of it. How do people even exist online just negatively, bro?
This is why people don't talk.
That's what I was laughing. It's like, this, why?
Like, what you did? Let
it
him
was
live.
a bad space. I made it crazy. I made money from it. I impacted so many lives. I did so many characters. Sue's known worldwide, and some other characters as Gray, them not there. And you said, haha, that's crazy.
Legit.
Donut, bro.
And his characters help other people. Like other people probably had similar, you know, situations in their life, and it's like over a spectrum of situations that are not like are bad and not good, and they were able to cope because they were able to watch their favorite show. That's a good story, though.
Exactly.
That's a very wholesome story.
Like Daniel said, I think it adds a legit thing to add an extra layer with kind of the bonds and the connections and the power of friendship. It makes so much more sense, in my opinion.
Changing a negative into a positive.
Exactly. But yeah, thank you for sharing that, Dan.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. I think I saw something I wanted to talk about a little bit. Yes, do you guys remember the manga that came out that people were memeing? Kagurabuchi.
Yeah.
What's
Kagurabachi, I think.
Kagurabachi, what is it?
You know, it was like a manga that came out, the guy with the sword.
Oh yeah,
people were like hyping up.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Manga, but it was like chapters out.
I read the first chapter.
But apparently now it's gone to a point. The story is so good. Apparently, this is just hearsay now. Apparently, the story is so good that and has so much success that anime studios are fighting to adapt it.
Damn. They said this could be the big
So it went from a meme,
takeover.
the new big thing.
The new big
Which is
thing.
crazy because it went from a meme. Then people realized it was a meme, downplayed it a lot. Now it's been so good that apparently the fight to adapt it. Which, yeah, that.
How many chapters are out?
I'm sure he's been.
Is there even enough content?
Just over 50.
Just over 50. Oh, that's quite.
I think it's fair.
I'm surprised because it's not like it's been ages since it's released. Oh, it's coming out quite rapidly. But it's a good one. I enjoyed like the first 2 chapters.
The first 2 chapters was good, but I think because people were memeing it to be like the greatest thing, people like so oh this is it. But obviously, I'm guessing most people didn't give it a chance, so now everyone's just surprised. Oh, it's actually good. 50 chapters in.
I just like to think.
You can't really judge it the first chapter, but yeah.
I like to think that the majority of people just read it like me for the memes, and then loads of them just stayed. Like, right, do you know what? This ain't too bad.
It's actually heat.
You know what I mean? He's actually cooking.
Yeah. No, I knew it was somewhat good.
Yeah.
When I was on TikTok and I saw someone like, here's the review of chapter Akabachi, and they were talking about it with so much like passion and they're saying names and like this arc was really good. I'm like, oh, first of all, it has fans and it sounds like, yeah, it's actually kind of good. So I knew, okay, maybe I was one of those people who judged it too early.
Yeah. I had like no opinion on it, but
yeah,
it can't. It's one of those things like I want to read, but like, bro, I'm not even reading the things I'm meant to be reading right now, which is like, so I can't add another thing to the list. Doesn't even make sense. So like, let me just leave that for somebody else.
Yeah, man. But maybe later down the line, I might catch it. But that's just a bit of news I had as well. But moving on, if everyone else doesn't have any kind of news to talk about.
No news for me.
No more for me.
Just had the one.
Kidoki. Let's go to topics of interest. And I think we'll go to Gel again.
I don't know if I'll do both, but I'll just do the one that is kind of pulling me right now to bring up. So yeah, over the recent weeks, people probably in the UK have definitely been hearing that a lot of criminals have been let out early because of overcrowding. And I'm like, sitting here like, raw. This has to be more of a topic than it is. It's like, are we not talking about this? Is this just happening and everybody's just smiling and okay with it? Like I've seen some of the things that these people were doing reported, and you're letting them out early and significantly early because of overcrowding. I'm like, I don't know what to say, but I don't feel safe no more.
Yeah, this topic means a lot to me, low-key, but it's so wild to me. Like it says, oh, it's overcrowding, and the fix for the fix is to release some of these people out early. And because what's going to happen, and what's been happening, is that this is going to offend again, and guess where they're going? Back to prison, bruv.
Legit.
You're not really solving the situation. If anything, you're putting the public in danger, and just they're going to go back anyway, or at least like half of them are going to go back anyway, and that's a fact. So it's just up to me that that's the solution. It's not like let's spend time. I don't know if they're doing it already, to be fair, or like no, let's put our efforts into building new prisons and make it as quickly as possible. Hold off rather than like releasing bare people twice. The first time in September, they released like 1,600. Then the second time, they've released 1,100.
It's just
2,700 people.
It's a lot of people.
I was supposed to be in prison.
It's a lot.
I roam in the streets.
It's a lot of people.
And some of the offences they did not petty crime either. Some of them are not petty crime.
At all.
Because I don't know if you might know about Newham and the absolute demon that they released into that place.
Of course, I saw that.
And why in the world? Oh, yeah. It's hard. It's a weird topic for me because I don't understand it. But hey, they're in politics. I'm not in, so maybe they're onto something.
It just seems like they have no plan because obviously rehabilitation is very important and stuff like that. Something that like people are people and they deserve, a chance to check. Some of them deserve. I'm being like me. Some of them, I'm like certain man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Certain man and girl. Some of the things you did, I don't think you deserve any chance. I'm not gonna lie to you. But other people, yeah, I'll give you. We can change that. I can't change. God can change you, but this is far beyond what I can do. I mean, I have to say what I'm saying. I'm trying to feel safe, trying to make sure my family and friends and everybody, the public is safe. But there's no real kind of plan that is being broadcast to everybody else, like the general society, saying that this would we are having this issue of Al-Qaeda, we are gonna release certain criteria of offenders, mainly petty ones, crimes and stuff like that. That we've put them through at least some level of I want to say testing, but I don't know if that's the right word. Both rehabilitation, but also both making sure they're ready to go out into wider society. There is no trying to do that. What? We just have to wait, and then when something happens, we find out, oh, that person was one of the persons who was released early. Because if I find that out, I might end up in prison. Because if I find out something happened to one of my people then, and it was because somebody you know what I mean, you might have to make a room for me. I don't know. It's just crazy.
Because I feel like the public should have an option. It was like, oh, we're gonna do it. By the way, they're coming out next week. What? Wait, what? But it's wild. Everyone's broken by it.
It's
tough. I don't know. It's a bit odd to me. What do you think, Dan?
Very serious issue that I don't think a lot of people seem to care about. I mean, if these are criminals that aren't serving their full terms and then they're just being let free just to roam the streets, I don't know. It's a bit worrying, but can't really do much from our standpoint, just react. But we just have to hope the government acts quickly, because I don't know why you're just you think that's the solution. Bit crazy, but I guess that's what they're paid to do, make these decisions. So I hope they take action, because it's unfair to the public and also to the prisoners. It's supposed to be rehabilitation. Doesn't really happen, but I mean that's the whole purpose of the prison. But yeah, that's a few thoughts I had.
Yeah, that's a good topic, Michelle.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Good one.
I was just scared. I'm not scared. I was just surprised that there's not a lot of conversation on the subject. That's what's been there's things that we talk about publicly that are not even important, and people are spending time talking about it. But everything that's significant, it's hush hush. Nobody I don't even understand it.
Yeah, it's weird. I was like, it's what, week 3, and I'm still seeing podcasts about the Philly situation, but no one's talking about this.
Legit.
It's a bit weird. But hey, I feel like maybe most people don't even know what's going on.
It's true. It's possible.
Just know there's going to be some releases. Don't know how deep it is and how much people are coming out. But yeah, man, we can just hope for the best and hope the decision doesn't bite the country in the back and the butt, I guess. But yeah, again, thank you for the topic. Do you want to talk about the second one, or should we move on?
I think it's best we move on.
Okie dokie. Overreaction. I'm guessing this is real.
This is me. So this is not really an overreaction, like I did say earlier when I was filling it in, but it's more of we were wrong for thinking they were overreacting, and we were wrong that Scar overreacted in Lion King for trying to kill Mufasa. Yeah, but look, when you hear, I thought the same thing. I was on your Joker. I was there. I cried when he dropped. I was there, but then I heard the new news, the backstory. So the new trailer for Mufasa, The Lion King, which is in theaters in December.
You see, now stop this right now. Don't talk about DLC that's being released. Nah, man, stop it, bro. Nah, just stop, man.
Counts. They released the backstory. They released the backstory.
Ed, it's you and Rajel right now. Hey, I'm not listening.
Daniel,
this nonsense talking about Mufasa. That film doesn't even exist, you know. Like, that's crazy.
If you add the backstory...
No, that backstory's not real. They just decided to ruin the franchise, man. Stop it, man. Can't believe this nonsense, man. Talk about fake DLC backstory they did to elongate the series. No, I will never feel bad for Scar. He's killed his brother. Don't try it, man. I don't even want to hear it. He's not overreacted. He's a murderer, bruv.
Wait, Daniel's not even his brother, though.
It's not even his brother.
Oh, that's tough, my guy. That's tough.
Oh, the story.
That's not true anyway,
okay.
Bruv. They made that up.
In the fake DLC. In the fake DLC. In the fake DLC, and compose myself. Hypothetically now, in a world where the fake DLC exists, which is what we're living in, unfortunately, is Scar justified, or
Absolutely
does it change your perspective on Scar? Did we overreact? Because the fake DLC says that obviously Scar befriended, I'm saying obviously, but Scar befriended a young Mufasa cub and brought him into the family and, you know, let him into the pride. And then, you know, a couple of years later down the line, they're like, yo, you know that Mufasa guy? You know what? He's very kingly. I think he should be king. Bro's not even in line to the throne. I'm saying, with this DLC pack that we're reviewing, Scar could feel some type of way if the person he brought into the family, you know, is about to take his crown. You know what I mean? He was trying to be king. Hypothetically speaking. Scar is definitely a murderer, though.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him. He's a waste man, bro. Like, what? No one asked you to bring him in. Must have bring you in and then got surprised that he got you subs. It's your own fault. You could have stayed in the family, kept in the family. You would have been king. You wanted to be nice. Hold that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's elite. That's elite.
Extra.
Nah, man. That film does not exist, bro. Like, stupid. Yeah, man.
So you're not watching it then?
I think you just put...
I can't believe you even asked me that question. What the fuck?
I just wanted to make sure.
But
Ed,
I feel like, I don't know, the extra DLC puts holes in the story that's not needed. You could see it's like a money-making scheme kind of thing, but it might be good for the family watch. Because it just doesn't, it's like, first of all, they're not others in the first place. What? And after that, oh yeah, he's like a runaway cub that's been brought into the family, then it's like, I'm not going to watch it, but you have to question, how did he go, who made the decision that he's going to be king? Like what? Instead of the actual pride. And if you want to even go make it like more realistic, that cub will be dead, bro.
True.
Food.
True.
So it's just, I don't know. But all of that, even if we're trying to be nice, okay, let's do this, like this, he still killed someone, bro, because of jealousy. You got finesse. You finessed yourself. You got jealous, then you killed someone. Then you got killed. So I don't feel bad. And the left heart rating downhill.
Yeah, man. Scar. I tried to, open the case, but you have been denied.
We all watched the film, bro. Like, fam, they can try all the revisionism. We saw what he did, bro. Like,
4K.
They're trying to add fake backstory to him. Shut up, man.
Actually, it wasn't in 4K. It was probably
catch Disney, man.
720p.
I catch Disney.
Money grabbers. Disney,
Yeah, man.
you better avoid. I'll just tell you, for your own safety, stop what you're doing.
Avoid London. Come to the ends and you get. But yeah, strong feelings about that one. But let's move on to weekly watch and reads to round it up. We don't stay here for too long. Let's go, Daniel.
Okay, so what did I read and watch? So I've been watching a romance series or anime called My Love Story. Cool. Slice of life series, guy, girl, getting a couple, blah blah blah, do the couple stuff. And yeah, it's just nice vibes. It's funny because I'll just be this like random scene where like it will just be extra dramatic. So like they went to like a cafe to like get drinks and stuff, and then randomly it just gets set on fire, and I'm just like, bro, like, why is there such a tone shift in this? But yeah, that was it's a fun show. I'm enjoying it. And then the other thing I'm watching is what's it called? Blue Miburo. I don't know what it's about. It's about like Shinsengumi. So it's like historical Japan, kind of similar, set into Kenshin, but it's like with different characters. So, but we'll see how it goes. And then finally, I saw that they're showing that Look Back thing in cinemas like this weekend. So I might watch that tomorrow. I don't know.
Okay. Interesting picks. Go to Joe next. What are you watching? What you reading?
Yeah, man. Firstly, I also watched the Blue Miburo. It was a good first episode. Interesting. I'm intrigued what they're going to do. Do like some of the characters, and it looks like one that will have a lot of high emotional moments, which I'm always down for. But in regarding what I watched, unfortunately, I took an L and did not watch long form. A long form.
Are we surprised?
I know. It's like this time just didn't present itself, and you have to be settled, and be able to just sit down and watch something. But I didn't get the opportunity. Hopefully, I will over the weekend. But I did watch. I don't want to say anything I've said over the last 2 weeks. So, I watched a bit of Our Beloved Summer, but then, I realized that like halfway through it, obviously a very long episode, I realized, I'm K-dramaed out. I need to take a mini break for a bit. I have been hitting the K-drama pack really hard, like chain smoker, one after another. My lungs can't take it anymore. So I'm going to give myself a mini break. I did enjoy like the first half of the episode.
That's good.
It's compelling. It's interesting to see how the dynamic of the I'm going to presume future couple will present itself, because they seem very drastically like different. Like their lives are polar opposites. Like one is a expert student, the other is lost in everything. But yeah, and they don't really like each other. So I always like those ones. Like, yeah, the ops, like, that's your op, and then somehow you realize, maybe I like my op, which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy work. But K-dramas, they be doing that. They be actually
doing that a lot.
That's their favorite move. And I understand that's like prime Shaq. Like, if you have a good move, you don't have to change it. Just get into the paint and dunk it.
It's try and test it.
Easy points. Legit. And then with anime that I haven't mentioned over the last at least 2 weeks that I started watching, a herbivore's dragon of 5,000 years gets unfairly villainized. And
What?
yeah, man, it's a it's a
Light novel.
random, yeah, light novel, long
Light novel type.
ass,
Oh, crazy.
long ass title. Very funny, humorous, anime, lighthearted. That's why I kind of chose it. I needed something like I'm not really trying to watch, but like it's gonna make me laugh, and it's like the episodes are not long at all, and also I don't feel no like necessity to watch it. Like I could go a couple of days, forget about it, let me just grab another episode because it's such a easy watch, and it's not like everything follows like systematically or linearly. But yeah, man, good anime so far. Love the dragon. Bro is 5,000 years old, just huge and strong, but is really a cute little puppy at heart. You know what I mean? Really a very delicate dragon who just wants to eat his veg, and he meets this girl who thinks the world of him, thinks he's the fiercest of dragons, and she is unfortunately mistaken, but he's trying to keep that credibility, because obviously if you're a dragon, you need to keep your street cred. But yeah, that is my watches. Read nothing, unfortunately, but maybe next week.
Okay, interesting ones. I like it. Bit of a mix up. Yeah, for me, it's the same thing I watched last week and the week before that. Just keep up and trying to be a good boy and not put too much on my plate. Same thing with the manga, but I did one thing new I'm going to focus on. Kind of in the same vein as Rachel, I did something lighthearted, just to keep me through the week when I'm working. I started watching something I saw that made me laugh. I saw a clip, so no, let me watch it. It's called Komati High School, and it's like a comedy series, and it be cracking me up. And the episodes are not long, same strong. It's just something lighthearted I can watch. I don't need to follow it week to week, so that's something new I watched. And yeah, I just realised it's been a while since I watched a good comedy show. Like a good comedy.
Guess like that.
Like, yeah, it's been a while, man. Asobi Asobase still the best one I've watched. Matsuri is amazing. There's the one with the high school girls men who got turned into like idols. I forgot the name of that one. That was really good as well.
That one is elite.
Saki K. Yeah, there's a few good comedy ones. So I was like, you know what? I need another one that's actually funny, because the ones I tried out when that it didn't hit for me. This one seems because that's anime though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Komati High School is pretty good. I think it's funny so far. Yeah, man. But that was it for me this week. Same old for the other ones: Bleach, Dan, the Spiral, and JK for manga. But we're gonna round up. Thank you, man, for listening to us. I'm gonna zoom. You have nothing else to say?
I do not, indeed.
F Mufasa, that's a crap film, and I hope it bombs.
Agreed.
You heard it here first. Special hit in the heart for Mufasa and the franchise and Disney's push. But yeah, man, thank you, man, for listening to us. And all those have enjoyed Comic-Con. Hope you guys had a great time. But yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Deuces.
Deuce.
Peace.
Love you.